Hi, Trevor here, reflecting on life through music. Thank you for stopping by. Well, coming again today, you're very, very welcome. How great to see everybody back. I trust you enjoyed my last video on Cockney Rebels, Chaz and Dave. And through this song, There Ain't No Pleasing You, we looked at that very thing. So I trust you found that one encouraging. We're going from there to London in 1985. But the story started with the Drivers. Nick Van Eed was in that band and they had a little bit of success with the song Tears on Your Anorak. And so I thought, just to set a bit of a scene, we've got the official clip of that one. We're talking 1980s, right? So here we've got the big drums, the big guitars, but very much the pop genre. Around the same time, Kevin McMichael was in the band Fast Forward, and they actually were the support act for the Drivers. And Nick said, hang on a minute, Kevin, I actually like what you do. Should we get together and do something as well? And from that point onwards, together with Colin Farley on bass and Mark and Bredel on drums, Cutting Crew was formed. And later, Tony Moore on keys around 1988 joined them. Now, the Cutting Crew, you'll be thinking, now, what was that song again? We'll get onto the song in a minute that you've got to talk about when you talk about these guys, because this song was absolutely massive. They got signed to Virgin Records in 1986, although they'd actually been around for a while. It was this album, Broadcast. There's something about that album title. I'm thinking, hey guys, just letting you know that we're around and we're a bit of a force of nature. And Broadcast released the song that you just got to talk about when you talk about the Cutting Crew, and that is I Just Died in Your Arms Tonight. This was the first song for Virgin Records to be a US hit, so pretty significant. And it actually went to number one in many other countries, including Canada and Norway, and number 4 in the UK. I reckon did pretty well over here and in Australia as well. I Just Died in Your Arms Tonight. It's called, this is a song you got to talk about when you talk about the Cutting Crew. This song's all about these intimate moments. But it's not just about, oh, it's great to be here. It's the thinking behind it and all the stuff that goes on behind the scenes in your mind as you're going in these intimate moments. You think, well, I'm in someone else's arms right now. Wow. It's like, she's with me, I'm with her. It's like, wow, it's like pretty full on. There's no hiding in these situations, is there? And there's no hiding the fact that you've got to be vulnerable in these moments, absolutely. But what about if there's a little bit of a thought in the back of your mind, hey, I've been here before and I'm not quite sure how it's going to go. I'm a little bit scared, a bit vulnerable here, but I'm in someone's arms. Man, I'm really enjoying this. But at the same time, how's it going to end up? Because it's all very nice to be in the moment, but when the moment stops, what's going to happen? This comes back to something we've looked at recently, and that is, how do we know when to go all in and not? Well, when you are in those intimate moments, you're giving all at that point, you're seeing everyone for who they are. You get to see some things about people that you wouldn't normally see without those intimate moments. And because of that, there's this extreme honesty, extreme transparency, extreme vulnerability. And you're thinking, wow, this is lovely for now, but where's it all headed? I just wonder whether both people are actually having these same thoughts. They might be thinking, well, hey, this is pretty cool what's happening right now, but dot. The dot is like, I don't know where this is going, but wow. The best thing we can do in these moments is to talk to each other. And maybe in those intimate moments even, I know you don't want to spoil the moment and all the rest of it, but, in those intimate moments in particular, thinking, hey, I'm just really happy to be with you right now, but I'm also a little bit scared as well. And then the other person might saying, yeah, well, I'm as well. So, but do you want this or not? Do you like this? Well, I like it. Well, sometimes it's that little bit of assurance is what we need to get us across the line, because at the start, we're certainly heads are whirring all over the place and we're thinking, oh God, I don't know where this thing's going. Do I trust myself or not? It's not let alone trusting the other person, it's trusting ourselves. So I Just Died in Your Arms Tonight. It's almost a bit like, hey, look, I've forever changed because of these moments. And that's what scares me. you know, the past, I think the previous version of me has kind of gone a little bit, and I don't know what this new version is going to be. So I just died in your arms tonight. I'm hoping that I'll be alive in your arms down the track. I think this is my secret wish from this song, is that I really hope I'll be in your arms, alive in your arms a bit later. So please be gentle. I think this one of the takeaways from this video today is be gentle with each other. When you get to these moments and you get to these points, you've got to be gentle with each other, because life has changed pretty much forever at that point. So you don't want to, you know, just treat it as if it was nothing. I'm not talking about one night stands here, guys. I know plenty of those things happen every night in the world, but we're not talking about those things. We're talking about commitment here, safety and compassion for each other. So in these moments, there's no, like, life has changed, so we can't just pretend like it hasn't. So, died in your arms tonight. There's something quite compelling about those lyrics. I'm thinking, how have I died? Have I forever changed? Is dying a good thing? Do I need to be different? So many complex emotions in these moments. So I trust you'll find that one encouraging today. We've got the official clip on this one. We've got a live version, and a little bit later an orchestral version was released. So we've got 3 versions of that one. Of course, you've got to have that one. Then from the same album, Been in Love Before, but the hardest part is being in it. So here we go again. Complex emotions. You know, love is really, really good, right? But at the same time, it's a bit complex and we don't really quite understand it. And I think, you know, that's okay to not understand it, as long as you talk to each other. I think, again, this is the message of the Cutting Crew, broadcast to each other, as the album title actually says. I've got a live version of that one. It's great to see, again, Nick's incredible vocals and just the whole 80s act thing. These guys were really, really very, very good indeed. The adding of the keyboard a bit later just really, really added to their sound. And it's good to see a live version of that one. Go forward to the next album. We've got Corpus Mentis, and If That's the Way You Want It. We've got a studio version of that one, therefore kind of semi-live studio / whatever. You really, really never know, you know, what these clips are like, but it looks pretty live to me. So, but, you know, Fame wasn't really, really lasting. They didn't have a really good follow-up song to I'll Die in Your Arms Tonight. The last, If That's the Way You Want It, wasn't really that much of a charter either. I put it in there for you, but yeah, and it was around that 1993 period that the band broke up. But bands, as I've said a few times, don't ever really, really break up. 2002, though, unfortunately, Kevin McMichael died of lung cancer at the age of 51. So, of course, that changed the band as well. But there was a reformation in 2005. So they've kind of been going ever since a little bit. Between 1986 and 2015, 5 studio albums, 6 compilations and 13 singles, around 670,000 albums sold. So in the scheme of things, not too bad. If you think about, you know, just a few years, it's quite a few album sales really when you think about it. So well done, Cutting Crew, Nick and the Voice, for doing what they did. They brought their own magic to the world through the Cutting Crew. So the links to those, how many we got? We got 6 clips are in the description below. And I've also included my last video from Chaz and Dave, so if you want to recap on them, feel free. Well, it's interesting where these videos go, doesn't it? And, you know, there's nothing like songs that really get into the very nitty-gritty of human experience and human love. And this song's no exception today. It's talking more about the vulnerability of love more than anything else. Well, that's it for today. If you've come back for another one, or this is your first time to Life Reflections Through Music, thank you to everybody for getting here, coming for the first time, all that sort of thing. Next time we're going to get on to Dana Winner. So until then, I'll catch you around. Bye for now.